Mrs. Danielle DeVita back with another video. I overheard someone say that marriage is overrated. A lot of women say, I like the strong silent type. Well, a lot of men like the feminine silent type. And for sure, it's going down. So a lot of times people are not getting the value. When to speak and when to be quiet is one of the most powerful. She's going to be aggressive thinking that. And as someone who's been married for 12 years, she's driven, not lazy. And this will make yourself and get on the right path. That understand that you might be doing a disservice to your daughter. If you don't help her understand vetting and proper decision making, now she's going to be a basket case later. If you don't help her understand emotional intelligence, she's going to hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. If you don't... We live in a world where femininity, marriages, family, and courting is no longer valued. We live in hookup culture, situationships, and struggle love. The number one reason women struggle in long-term relationships, number one, femininity, and number two, staying in a relationship or entertaining people longer than the woman should. My name is Danielle DeVita, and I'm a relationship and femininity coach. I've been married for 12 years, and I want to help you get on your feminine journey and vet for the right man today. For more of my content, you can visit MrsDanielleDeVita.com, or you can go to YouTube, Instagram, or my Facebook page. Get on your feminine journey today. Hello, we are live. So thank you so much for coming on tonight. It is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So welcome again. My name is Danielle DeVita, and I'm a relationship and femininity coach. And I've been married for 12 years, and my goal, as always, is to help you find the person you deserve. I do not want you to settle. I do not want you to feel as if you're getting less than what you deserve. I want to help you be the best version of yourself. And to do that, I provide my experience and things that I've learned along the way. Even after marriage, there's a lot of things I've learned. You never stop growing and learning as a person. So if you like the content that I provide, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You are able to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. So all of this social media presence is still very new to me, but I appreciate it. So let's get right into it today. Today, we're going to be talking about two different topics. And this is a call-in show, so you are able to call in and provide your commentary as well. There's three ways you can do that. If you are on Instagram, you can request to join. There's an icon on Instagram. You can use the StreamYard link, which will require you to be on camera, which I'll put in the link, or you can just post a comment. So I appreciate you taking the time to do either of these things. Today, the first thing we're going to be talking about is 5 ways to grab a man's attention and 4 ways to do online dating. So I'm going to start right now. First, the very first thing I would say to grab a man's attention, this is for women. So if you're a guy listening, I guess we'll have to do some content for you. But the very first thing I would say to grab a man's attention is to smile. Yes, smile. I know so many times people do not like when people tell them to smile. But the reason why I'm telling you to smile is because it makes you more approachable. Think about the time when you are lost in the area that you do not know. You're looking for directions. You're looking at all these people. And who do you go to? You go to the person that seems more inviting, more willing to assist and help you. And I'm not saying you need to have a conversation with every person that comes your way. What I'm saying is you want to look as if if someone approaches you, you're not going to curse them out, slap them. If you're walking down the street and someone has their arms folded, they're the least likely person that you ask for, help. So you just want to make sure you're in a warm, inviting position. Now, remember, these are for people who saying they're looking to grab a man's attention. If you're not looking, if you're not interested, then this won't apply to you. But if you do want to get a man's attention and you say, men aren't looking, men aren't doing anything, they're not looking my way. These are one of the ways to do that. Make sure you're inviting. I know sometimes when I'm on the go, I tend to walk fast. I tend to be more focused driven, and sometimes you can have that resting bee face. You can be walking too fast and people can't get up to you. Again, I'm not saying in every instance you need to be taking your time walking. What I'm saying is when you're not in the position that you have to get somewhere right then and there, where you don't have to be on the phone and you're just going about your day, just be mindful to be more approachable, more inviting. That signals that you are warm and receptive. Right. So number two is making eye contact, and you use a little hand gesture. So it is more of a flirty thing, and I'm going to explain a little bit how that works. So you do not stare. Guys tend to stare when they like a woman. They stare a little bit longer, but you would do something more of a, I would say, I'm not going to give us how many seconds to it. Is more of a, your eyes lock with them. So you don't want to just look their way and then look away. You need for their eyes to lock with your eyes. So this is if you see someone and this person is attractive and you like them. I often, because I'm married, when I see someone, I try not to look too long, because you don't want to give anyone the wrong signal. But if you just happen to catch a glance at a guy and he's looking handsome, and you are do not want to feel as if you are the chaser, because women, you know, it's guys, it's guys' position to be in pursuit, right? I like to use that word pursuit more than chaser, because being chased means you're trying to run away, playing hard to get, and we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to send the wrong signal. So number two, again, making eye contact, locking eyes, and looking away. And as you look away, try to use a little hand gesture. So it would be more something, and then again, keep one in mind, which was smile. So you would look and look away. Do something and look away. Something with your hands, right? So again, you would make sure your hand either grazes by your hair, or you do this or this, something with your hand, something where you look away. So it grabs their attention. It just brings some type of movement. All right. So again, one, be more approachable by smiling. Two, making some type of eye contact with some gesture. Number three would be to leave your home, go to functions. One thing my husband is still amazed by is, prior to me dating him, I told him I used to go out often. And what I meant by that is, if I wanted to go to the movies, I went, whether I had a date or not. I wanted to see that movie. But if a guy is going out and he just happens to either be with his friends or by himself, it makes it more likely it's a kind of thing that you would do on a date. So it makes them more likely to approach you that you are by yourself. If you are going out to eat, a lot of times people miss out on awesome restaurants because they're not on a date with someone. But you go to the bar, you can sit there, or like me, I would grab a table for two, and I would sit there. And you sit there and you be confident, and you don't want to look too busy, like being on your phone. You just want to eat. Every now and then you can probably have a book or something and grab that while you eat. And that gives that person the opportunity to approach you and say, hey, is this seat taken? Or, are you here alone? So this gives the opportunity for a guy to approach you. Again, this is for single women who want someone to approach them. If you're not looking, then none of this matters. So number four would be, don't be a homebody. Similar to number three. Well, number three was not being home, going out and doing certain things and doing functions. Number four would be more sociable. Be someone who is not just closed off. So even if you're out and about, try to interact with people. So again, this is something that I don't think you necessarily have to be an extrovert, but it gives you an opportunity to network with people and get to know people that you did not know. And the fact that you appear to be more sociable, people, that guy, if he does like you or see you, he's more likely to come up and approach you. So the best way to do this is socialize with people. And this is if you're at a function. So if you're out about, try to speak instead of just staying in that corner in that seat all by yourself. Just lightly, speak. Hi, how you doing? Compliment, something that gets it going where you're not just quiet in the corner where no one remembered that you were there. You don't want to be the person that no one remembered. Okay. And if I'm looking both ways, just so you know, I have Instagram here and I have YouTube and Facebook here. And let's get to number 5. Let me put the phone number for you to call. If you do want to call in, 813-816-1813. 813-816-1813. And then number 5 would be, make sure that your image represents the kind of person that you're trying to attract. So again, all of this is 5 ways to grab a guy's attention. And you want to make sure that how you're dressed is getting the attention that you want. If someone was dressing like they were, I don't know, just like really hoochie, right? Really for the streets, however you want to say it, they're dressed like the only thing they want is the bedroom. If you're dressed like that, you may get attention, but it may not be the attention you want. So make sure you are dressed in a way where if you say, I want a guy who is, business-like, there's going to be a certain type of, outfit that you will wear. You would dress someone who has class. If you say, I want, just a good guy, not a guy who wants me for my body, you would just dress a little bit more modest. I'm not saying you're closed off. And now, if you want someone's attention and you just have no style at all, when I say no style, I mean you're dressed pretty homely. You're wearing sweats. It signals that you're not looking for a guy to take you seriously romantically. So it looks like you just want to chill out and be to yourself. So you want to make sure that you're dressed in a way that you're saying, hey, I'm open, I'm available, I am looking to be someone's wife, someone's girlfriend, however you want to do, whatever that time is for you. You're looking for that, and you're dressed in a way that you're ready to be involved in a romantic relationship. Not a situationship, not an entanglement, not a one-night stand, none of that, not a booty call. Because there is an outfit that you would wear if you need a booty call, if you need a one-night stand. And then there's an outfit that you're looking for if that you would wear if you're looking to be in a committed relationship. There's a difference, and we all know it. All right, so those are the 5 tips there. Again, I'm just going to do a quick run through with them. Number 1, smile. Number 2, make eye contact and then follow that up with some type of hand gesture. Number 3, leave your home, go to functions, right? And number 4 is to be sociable, so interact with people. And number 5 would be make sure that your image represents the kind of person that you're trying to attract. All right. And let's take a look into the comments before we move to the 4 online dating tips. Awesome advice, needs to be shared. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. May God continue to bless your purpose. Thank you, Miss Mary. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch my content. Thank you very much for that. And so we are going to do talk about online dating, because a lot of people are doing this now. Now, I am not a fan of online dating. I know a lot of people are like, why? This is social media age. This is the time. But I think it gets people out of the element of speaking to one another. When you listen to me talk about vetting in a vetting video series that I did, I said a lot of people spend too much time texting and doing things where they're not actually interacting with one another. One of the best things you can do when you're dating someone is actually listening to their voice. So you're on the phone with them, you are out and about with them, you are on video call with them, something where you can see, feel, and touch them. These are things that help with intimacy, getting closer. And I don't mean sexual intimacy, but that closeness, getting to know one another, because this is how you properly vet. You can't do that if everything stays at a distance. So if you are actually in a long distance relationship or you're online, you want to make sure that there is some level of closeness, listening to their voice and listening to, because then you get a chance to see their emotions. When you are texting, you cannot get the emotions. When you are doing email, you can't fully get the person's emotions. So this leads me into one of the first things that I'm going to talk about for the online dating tip, which is say less. People do not want paragraphs. You want to be able to be precise in what it is that you're saying. You can add some type of captivating thing that you're trying to say, some emotion, because then this will get the person more interested. But no one wants to read an essay or a book when it comes to online dating. They just want a quick tip about who you are and who they're getting to know. But I believe that if you are going to do online dating, don't keep it on online dating for a while. Get a chance to move from online to offline, out at a function, out and about, because you want to see, feel, and touch and see if this person is real. It's so easy to hide behind the, hide behind the computer and hide behind text and things like that. And people tend to pump themselves up and say things that they would not say otherwise in front of you. You see a lot of online wars. People could say a lot of things, but in person, they wouldn't do these things. So you want to make sure that you're getting someone who is what they say, who is what they say they are, right? Number two is to stay positive. There's a lot of online content where, you're tired of the mess. I get it. There's a lot of guys who are not doing right. If you're a guy listening, there's a lot of women who aren't doing right. We talk about online dating is a freak show for so many people, because they're getting so many things where people are not authentic. They're not genuine about having a real and committed relationship. So you want to be online, but you want to make it known that you're looking for something real. And the thing about that is, you don't want to come across as bitter. You don't want to come across as not positive. And the best way to do that is stick with just talking about the positive. So your online content shouldn't say, or I suggest that it shouldn't say, I don't want this and I'm tired of this and I don't want deadbeats, no F-boys, no this, no that. We don't want to have too much of that, because the fact that the person can't see you, get to know you, get to see your personality like they would if they met you at the grocery store, at church, at a function, they're only seeing you. Your first impression of them is your online profile. And it's just like a job profile. When people go to your LinkedIn, you don't want to have too many negatives like, I won't accept this pay and I don't want this, I don't want that. You speak in the positive. And that's what you want to do with online. This is your image. This is your brand. This is the first thing they get to see is your online profile. That and your picture if you have one. So try to stay in the positives. That brings me to number three, which is say what you want rather than what you do not want. So if I say, I want a guy who is committed and honest, essentially, I'm also saying, I do not want a dishonest guy and I don't want a guy who's not committed. I'm saying that without saying I do not. I was at the airport one time, and you're not allowed to smoke in airports. And I heard on the intercom, you are permitted to smoke in designated areas. It didn't say you are not allowed to smoke. It says you are permitted to smoke in designated areas. So they kind of put it into the positive for that. Number four would be, I think I wrote that down. Let's see. Say what you want. Just say it. Say exactly what you want. And I have a bonus for you. Try to make sure you have current pictures. Please have current pictures. Do not have old pictures, and make sure that the picture is showing more of your personality rather than the things that you do have. I think we have someone that wants to talk. I'm going to add you to the stream in just a second. Let's get it up here. How you doing today? Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello. I'm good.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Hello, family.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, doing good.
All right.
I'm doing good.
Talk a little bit today about dating online.
Say say that again.
You wanted to provide your input.
My camera done froze again.
Oh goodness. Can you see me, or am I frozen? Or can you hear me? You can't see me well.
I hear you and I see you, but it seems like it keep free. Now you done froze again.
Oh, it might be your Wi-Fi. I don't
But
know.
go,
Is anyone having
it might be my
issue?
Wi-Fi. No, go ahead. I'm enjoying what I'm hearing. Go right ahead.
You on camera? You on live?
What
You're
was
on
that?
live.
Oh wow. Pay me no
Yes.
mind.
You don't want to be live? Yo, what do you have
I
something
don't know nothing about live.
to add?
I, I was just trying to get on.
Oh, okay. Well, you can still hear without being on. I'm
Yes.
gonna take you. I'm gonna take you off so you won't be
Okay.
live.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Y'all give a shout out to Vincent. All right, guys. So yes, if you have any, things that you want to chime in and add, definitely let us know. Let me know. There is a number you're able to call 813-816-1813. There is a link that you can click on and it will put you on camera. So be mindful of that. If you are on Instagram, you can request to join. And hello here, the original ferrets. Let's see. Welcome, Instagram family here. And so again, I want to go through a little bit of the online dating. If you missed the first part, you can always go back and listen to that. But for the online dating, as I said, I'm not too much of a fan for online dating, only because with online dating, you get so many people that hide behind online, right? And you don't get to see the real them. So if you are going to do online dating, there are some things you need to do just to make sure that you get things in a positive. Everything else still applies as far as the vetting, um, uh, being able to talk to the person enough to know what their deal breakers are, what they want out of a relationship. That's something you should do in every relationship that you get in, whether it's long distance or you guys live in the same area. Know what it is that they want. Don't just go into a relationship thinking that you guys both want the same thing. There's nothing sadder than being in a relationship, finding out they just wanted, something casual and you wanted something serious. So again, online dating, all of those other things still apply. So again, for the four tips for online dating, say less, no long paragraphs, make it quick, short, to the point about who you are and what you want. Make sure that it is in the positive. Um, so you don't want to be negative. I gave the example at the airport. They said things like, do smoke in permitted areas, in designated areas. So they're saying they want you to smoke, but only in certain areas, instead of saying do not smoke. So when you're online dating and you're typing in all these things about you, make sure you stay in the positive. What I want is someone who is interested in a committed relationship. I want someone who loves kids. I want someone who is have a go-getter attitude. Whatever it is that you want to say, make sure it's in the positive. Try not to say what you do not want. Okay. Um, if you are, let me go back to the third one that I wrote down because I know I get sidetracked sometimes. Say what you want, not what you do not want. Again, say what you want, not what you do not want. So if you are going to talk about all of these things that are deal breakers, you can do these on dates. But on your profile, just make sure, again, it stays in the positive. Say all the things that you do want in a relationship and not sound bitter or negative or like you've been through some things, because you don't want that. Okay. If you are putting pictures up, make sure it's a current picture. So that's number 4. Make sure your pictures are current pictures. All right. If you are, let me see. If you want, if you want to have all your pictures, make sure that it's not showing that you're materialistic. So you have pictures, or that you're too wild. So you don't want a whole bunch of pictures of you drinking and partying and things like that. And then you don't want too many pictures where you're showing too much of your car, too much of your house, too much of all of these things, because you don't want someone to use you. There is prey out there. So you don't want someone to look into your life and try to see what they can get out of you. Try to show pictures where it shows more of you and your personality. That's what you want. Let me see. I don't know. I think I'm trying to get, someone's trying to call in. If you are, maybe the call hung up. But if you are trying to call in, you can call back. I'm not sure why it's not making a sound. But yes, so these are the tips. If you have other content, go ahead and provide them below. Provide what other things you think people could benefit from if they're going to do online dating, if they're trying to grab some man's attention. Again, I gave my 5 tips on grabbing someone's attention. I know a lot of people, they love doing the eye contact from the grab attention, but please make sure it's not too long. Make sure that eye contact is just enough to grab their attention, to do lock eyes quickly with the hand gesture to look away. That's what you want to do. And you do not want to look back. You do not look back. If you do look back, you really want to make it where you've turned your whole body back in that direction, like you were going in that direction. You don't want to look back to see if they're looking at you. You just don't want that. That's not a good look. Sorry about that, guys. I think the camera had a film on it. Hopefully you can see me very well, or a little bit better. Okay, so I will talk about a little bit more tips, give some tips for both men and women in the next live, which I'll have on Tuesday. I'll have some recorded videos coming up soon, so you'll be looking at that. If you want to know more about my content that I do have some that I'll be posting up on the Philip Scott Show, so you can watch me there, as I am a contributor on that site. Know more about my content? MrsDanielleDeVita.com. Go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. So I'll go ahead and leave you there. Post your comments and we'll talk about it on the next stream. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Instagram family, for taking the time to listen to my content, as well as YouTube and Facebook here. Y'all take care. Mrs. Danielle DeVita back with another video. I overheard someone say that marriage is overrated. A lot of women say, I like the strong silent type. Well, a lot of men like the feminine silent type. And for sure, it's going down. So a lot of times people are not getting the value. When to speak and when to be quiet is one of the most powerful. She's going to be aggressive, thinking that. And as someone who's been married for 12 years, she's driven, not lazy. And this will make yourself and get on the right path. That understand that you might be doing a disservice to your daughter. If you don't help her understand vetting and proper decision making, now she's going to be a basket case later. If you don't help her understand emotional intelligence, she's going to hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. If you don't. We live in a world where femininity, marriages, family, and courting is no longer valued. We live in hookup culture, situationships, and struggle love. The number one reason women struggle in long-term relationships, number 1, femininity, and number 2, staying in a relationship or entertaining people longer than the woman should. My name is Danielle DeVita, and I'm a relationship and femininity coach. I've been married for 12 years, and I want to help you get on your feminine journey and vet for the right man today. For more of my content, you can visit MrsDanielleDeVita.com, or you can go to YouTube, Instagram, or my Facebook page. Get on your feminine journey today.